Hey everybody, it's Cory Ballad, and I'm back again with another video. I'm calling this one a roundup because it's just me talking about some short documentary like news article things on Genius, which is a website genius.com, where they I think they started off doing lyrics and stuff. But now they do little videos, little news videos, little documentaries, interviews, and stuff. So, yeah, I watched 3 little videos today. So, they're short documentaries. And I couldn't do a video on each one of them, so I just said I'm going to put all 3 of them together and make them a video where I just give a few little points that I got my notebook paper together. Do a few little points, facts that I found out of watching these videos. So you can go ahead and like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video on other platforms, visit my other platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and my blog, corysong.blogspot.com. Okay, so like I said, Genius, if you don't know what that is, it's a website. They did lyrics. I explained all that. Now they do videos. So I watched 3 videos. I was about to do some other short videos, but then I found this. I was searching on YouTube. It's always videos coming up in the background, right? So I just clicked on these. So I did one, was how hip-hop celebrates Aaliyah with beats, rhymes, and references. And then the second one was Drake, all the samples on Drake's Scorpion. And then, I'm just doing all types of angles right now. How the miseducation of Lauryn Hill changed hip-hop. Okay. So yeah, I did those 3 videos. The first one, the Aaliyah video, it was only 4 minutes long. The Drake video, I think, was 4 minutes long. And the miseducation of Lauryn Hill was 8 minutes long. I don't know why I'm out of breath, but I feel like I'm out of breath. Hold on. I keep trying to change my camera. It's not suiting me well today. Okay. So, like I said, it wasn't too long, so I just took a few things that I didn't already know, because I know a lot about Aaliyah, and I know a lot about Lauryn Hill, so there are always some things to learn off everything they put up, because they put up so much stuff, right? So the first thing that I noticed off of this video was from the Aaliyah video, how hip-hop celebrates Aaliyah with beats, rhymes, and references. Is the logo that MTV, like that Genius does, is like how MTV News used to do it. So I think Genius might be owned by MTV. I'm not sure. Somebody can tell me, or maybe I'll look it up later. But they used to do a little spinning thing, and they used to go off, how they went off, and they had little polka dots and stuff. It was like MTV News. So it was cool. It was the updated MTV News. Wow, that's okay. So some interesting things I did, like 4 things. So right, Drake has her Aaliyah tattooed on his back. I did not know that. A big Aaliyah, like her face on his back. Didn't know that. That's really cool. Okay, it said Dre-Z from Des Effects was the first person to name drop Aaliyah in a song on Des Effects Straight Out the Sewer. Didn't know that, never heard that song. I just barely know who they are. So I didn't know that. It says a whole bunch of people have said her name or referenced her in a song, including Kanye West, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Lil Mama, Lil Wayne, The Game, Missy Elliott, A$AP Ferg, Jadakiss, and a whole bunch more. But they were only talking about people in hip-hop, so also people in R&B and things like that have mentioned her as well. Brandy, I know, has mentioned her in some songs. But yeah, those. I knew some of them, didn't know all of them, because there's so much music, so many songs. So I don't keep up with all the songs. I mean, like Lil Wayne alone has how many songs? You know what I'm saying? So I haven't heard all of his songs before. So and all these people have so many songs, so never heard all their songs. But didn't know that. Okay. It said "Rock the Boat" and "One in a Million" and "At Your Best You Are Love" are her most sampled songs, and a whole bunch of people have sampled it. Once again, in a whole bunch of songs I didn't know about, so I'm stepping on something on my floor. Yeah, so like Jay-Z sampled "One in a Million" like in 1997, which was like the year after it came out. So it just shows you how impactful that song was when it came out. And it also showed that Drake probably has the most samples, interpolations, references to Aaliyah in songs, probably. I know just from the video he sampled or interpolated "More Than a Woman," "Are You That Somebody," "At Your Best," you know. So I don't know how many other songs he said. I know he's done a song with some of her unreleased stuff, and he tried to do a whole bunch more and tried to release them and stuff like that way back. So yeah, that was what I learned from that. Then I watched this video. The second video was all of the samples on Drake's "Scorpion." So it was just a video where it was showing a snippet of the original song, and then it showed Drake's song "Scorpion" on his album "Scorpion," which was released in 2018, and showed how it sampled it, where it sampled it, and all that stuff. So it wasn't really too much to talk about in that. I just watched it and saw that he sampled that song. So I counted the songs. I didn't write them down. You can go watch the video. But they showed 22 songs that he sampled in that album, which is a lot of songs. This shows you how much sampling that rap does, and how you can just use so many songs and put them together and just make a completely different song. And I think some of those samples in that song that he sampled also sampled, like one of them was Mariah Carey's "Emotions," which I think samples "Best of My Love" by The Emotions. I think it samples that song. So yeah, the samples on samples on samples. Like Prince did an interview once, and they were asking him about how he felt about samples, and he said that like soon they're gonna be sampling the sample and stuff like that, and that's what they're doing nowadays. So yeah, this video is a little bit longer than what I thought. I thought it might be only 5 minutes, but I guess I talk a lot. So anyway, then the last video is how the miseducation of Lauryn Hill changed hip-hop. So in this video, it was very short. It was 8 minutes. I watched a very long, detailed documentary about Lauryn Hill, and I watched very long, detailed interviews by Lauryn Hill, and I love Lauryn Hill, and I love miseducation, so I know a lot about it. So wasn't too many things that they said that I didn't already know about, but I found a few things out of it. So the first thing, it stated that it was talking about why it was so impactful and blah 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 like that. So it said she was the first superstar to sing and rap. I guess what they were saying was, they said successfully, so I guess it means she was just like a mega huge big pop star, and she went to #1 and her album was #1 and she won Grammys and she sold millions and stuff. I guess that's what they were saying. She's not the first successful one, or or superstar or star. I guess it's in the definition of superstar, like saying she was on a really huge like stratosphere level, because lots of rappers have done that before her. Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott. Queen Latifah, she didn't do a whole album. Maybe they were referring to the album, but Missy Elliott did. She released her first album before Lauryn Hill's first album the year before, Super Duper Fly. So, you know, and lots of people rapped and sang, you know. But I guess they were putting his in their definition of those two things, I guess, the word superstar, and them talking about the album as a whole, how she was the first person to do it as a whole and be on that level of a superstar, right? Okay, so I watched this interview that Lauren was sitting down doing, and there was Chinese subtitles on it, but I didn't catch this part before, but they showed it in the video and I saw it. Lauren wrote most of the songs for other people on that album, but then she decided after she sat down, she thought about it, she said these songs were written for her and she took them and made that album with it. Another thing, Prize, I didn't know his name was Prize Michelle. Didn't know that. Then it said Wyclef had an autobiography that he wrote called Purpose. Didn't know that. It said Lauren was the first hip hop artist to win Album of the Year. I might have knew that. I might have heard that before, but it didn't sink in. And I relearned it again. Okay, so then they were talking about the samples, the legacy, how they were showing who sampled it. So J. Cole has a song where he sampled Zion called Can I Holla At You? Didn't know that. And then her, didn't know she had a song Lost Souls where she sampled Lost Ones. So yeah, that was it. That's the Genius wrap up for today. Thanks, and follow me on my other social media. Visit my blog, corysong.blogspot.com. Look at my other videos. Share this video, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Doot, 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 doot.